This is the mint that I took some from way back. And then your thyme, right? I remember for the longest time I thought my thyme was oregano, and it wasn't. Now that I'm growing oregano, it doesn't look anything like it. I thought it smelled like it.
I'm just going to be a constant progress.
Yes, we have similar weeds like that.
Very annoying.
Hello, Boris.
Just transplanted these hostas to see if they would continue going, because I want this to be a nice shade garden.
Yeah.
And these things grow really, really well, and I can't remember what those are called.
Some kind of clover-looking thing.
It's not, columbine, that's what that is.
Columbine.
Wild columbine. So I've been transplanting a lot of that, so I have that in there.
Guys, this is my sister-in-law, Kate, / one of my favorite people. I am in Ohio visiting family, and I'm getting tours of all of their gardens. And this is hers. We will start with this one. Not much growing yet, but I want to I want to learn everybody's plants just because I'm so excited that I need to be involved in gardening while I'm away from my garden.
Bushes. This one looks like I took them from over there because I want to transplant.
Oh, like they seeded themselves from.
Yeah, they're little shoots that come up, and so I thought, hey, stand.
See, if you hadn't said something, I would have thought this was rosemary.
Nope, that's lavender. We're not going to be able to find worms right now, but the last snow killed the tops of these transplants, unfortunately. But a couple of them look like they might work. This one still looks pretty healthy. This one is probably shot. Most already, I just haven't turned it in all the way.
Do you mind if Rowan's backside is in it for a second?
No. Peas, or snap peas, sugar snap peas. I'm not going to do that here this year. So, I'm hoping to do something different. I might do sweet peas growing up here, but because the sun, this blocks all the afternoon sun, it makes it hard.
Yeah.
I have to have a little bit. So I haven't figured out quite what I'm going to do there.
This is more lavender?
More lavender.
Oh man, I bet that's so pretty.
It smells amazing.
Oh. I tried to start from seed this year, and then I learned that you need to stratify it. What kind of plant is that? Huh? It's a rowan.
It's a rowan plant.
What are you planning on growing in here? What's going to crawl up the trellis in the arch?
Last year it was cucumbers. This year, I'll probably switch it to my zucchini, because last year I did zucchini on the other side, and it had too much shade in the afternoon. The house blocked a lot of it.
Okay.
So I'm going to do zucchini on this side this year and have that grow up.
Cool.
Either that or beans. I haven't decided yet, because I do have green beans.
If anybody is looking for cute ways to make an arched trellis, do this.
Yeah, so I pulled these strawberries from over in the other part of the garden because they were in the shade.
Okay.
And they didn't do well. They produced maybe 5 strawberries. So I moved them over here this year to see if they would do okay.
Gotcha.
So we'll have to see how they do. I think they'll do okay.
Sometimes weeds are glorious.
They are. These things are nasty. These have connecting runners. I don't know what it's called, but they have connecting runners, and it's the same thing. They look kind of like I thought they were daisies for a while, and I would just let them grow. But it's again, if you leave any of the root, they grow new.
Yeah, like any part of the white section.
Any part of it.
Yeah. You having fun?
Yeah, I got ears in there.
Oh yeah, I've got ears.
Mommy's gonna go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy's gonna go outside. Some green beans, some watermelon, and carrots and pumpkins.
Ooh.
And I had to make three beds
Mm-hmm.
for it. So, yeah.
I
So
left
this
my
one-
tripod, so it's going to be interesting.
This one is going to be the carrot bed.
Okay.
This one's going to be the green bean bed. This one's going to be watermelon. And this one's going to be cucumber. This one's going to be pumpkin.
Fun.
And then over here is going to be flowers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Let me get a big shot of the whole thing. is one of my YouTube videos for gardening. Okay, this is my nephew Matthew. Say hello.
Hi.
He's getting into gardening this year. You guys gardened last year. Did you help your mom with that very much, or are you not that?
Yeah.
We can weed this together while we talk. So you're planning on growing some root veggies and some watermelon and pumpkin. This kind of looks like a carrot to me. I wonder.
That might be a wild carrot.
What are you most excited to grow?
Carrots.
Carrots?
And watermelon.
Yes. Watermelon grows like
Last year
really big.
Last year I grew watermelon in this bed, and it was, or no, that bed, and it was almost ready to harvest.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Then the morning I was going to harvest it, a deer ate it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't have that issue with deer so bad because of our yard is fully fenced in. That's so fun. I am most excited about growing. I can't even decide, but the tomatoes are the thing that I'm growing that I can use for the most different things. But I'm excited about everything.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's nice that I have the garden kind of on autopilot for me so I can be here. Also, I took a last minute trip up here to visit them. We are in Ohio. Viewers don't know that. The growing season is just about, well, everything here is growing. The native stuff is growing, but like the veggie growing season starts Memorial Day weekend. Here is when their last frost is supposed to be. I love the rocks.
Alright. I think that this is all 18 rocks.
So this is all from the old barn foundation, right? All these rocks.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's pretty cool. It feels good to get your hands in the dirt, doesn't it? I have a friend that I've actually met through YouTube that has a channel. She talks about how there is something in the dirt that helps balance your hormones out. And there's like the earth has a charge to it. Your mom was saying.
Grounded.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Right when it started getting, like right when it was about 40 degrees, I went outside with a t-shirt, or no, a sweater, and my mom said take your shoes off and get
Yeah,
grounded.
she's telling me about that. It's true. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. My name is Leanne, and as you saw in the beginning of this video, I was in Ohio last week. I was visiting family. I went on a really spontaneous trip up to Ohio just to be around my people, and I got to see a lot of their gardens and help with some garden planting, and it was a lot of fun. I didn't get content recorded of all of the gardens of all my friends and family. A lot of them have gardens and they're so beautiful. I'm so excited for them, and their garden season, or their growing season, starts Memorial Day, or when they like get their tomatoes and peppers in the grounds after Memorial Day. But I hope you enjoyed watching the few clips that I had of their gardens and talking about their gardens. Now I'm going to show you mine, and also I want to take a second to give you an update. I am planning on taking it down a notch with the YouTube. I'm only going to be uploading twice a week. We've just decided that I need to be spending more time taking care of my boys and myself, and not the YouTube channel, and trying to grow it. I had this original goal of getting to the monetization levels by the 1 year mark of like actually trying to make an effort to grow my YouTube channel, which would be like August. But I'm just going to let it grow as it grows, like the garden, and just plug away 2 videos a week. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you want to be kept in the loop with all my garden adventures, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, let me show you my garden. Starting over here. These are my snow peas. Okay, I had aphids on them, so that's why this dust is all over. This is diatomaceous earth. And so far, I'm not sure if it helped, but shaking the aphids off seemed to help. See if I can give you a close-up of what aphids look like. Hear the thunder? Those are aphids. You just brush them off. You fall into the diatomaceous earth. Got some peas starting. So last year I was impatient and I just picked them like one at a time basically. This year I'm going to wait a while before I start harvesting them and let them swell a little bit. This is what it looks like when you are not paying attention to when you need a trellis. They just got so heavy and intermingled. There's quite a few peas set and flowers set. Parsley's taken off. I have harvested most of the radishes. And the spinach looks sparse because I harvested it this morning and put it in a smoothie. Look at the yarrow, guys! How cool is that? So interesting, look at this. This is all the same variety of parsley, but this one gets shaded more and it's more spread out than those ones. Kind of interesting. Okay, let's move along to trying to beat the rain. Got a thunderstorm rolling in. Look at my herb garden. So I actually sacrificed the calendula that was in here because the dill and the calendula were fighting for space. Ah, bee! Sorry, losing all my composure with bees. All right, here. We've got some marjoram. 2 marjorams. This one's not doing so good. Oh, it's raining. That is oregano. This is dill, and it looks like it got a little sun scorched because my dog peed on it in the middle of the day when it was super hot. And then we got some sage here. And cilantro has exploded. And those are asters. They have not yet put out buds, but they look like they're doing well. So it'll be really pretty. See, actually, they are. Nope. No buds yet. Okay, let's get through the rest of the garden. It's raining. We're gonna go inside, let the rain pass, and then finish this up later. We have a little bit of a break in the rain, so I'm gonna try to zoom through this garden tour. So I skipped last week's garden tour because of my trip to Ohio, and as you can imagine, everything was super lush and beautiful when I came back. So it's funny how when you are staring at your garden every single day, it doesn't seem like it's really growing that much, but when you're gone for like just a week, things grow a lot more in a week. Here's my strawberries. I picked 2 off of them, but I picked them before they were like really dark red and they were super sour. Got 2 on that, a little one on that one. That one, blah, blah, blah. Super cool. And over here, these asters are not doing as well as the ones in the other pot. I just think this dirt, it's like mostly peat moss, so I need to mix some stuff with it to make it more nutritious. And it's messy because I haven't cleaned up everything from when we had that cold spell. This is my corn. And that is a radish that I planted forever ago that is just now deciding it wants to grow for me. We'll go to the tomatoes in a minute. Let's start over here. I've already harvested since I've been home, so I'm not showing you guys really what it looked like, but I decided that I wanted to walk through the garden without the video camera on to just kind of soak it all up for myself. So you're not seeing it the first time that I'm seeing it since I've been back, and it was a lot more lush than this. Should have taken pictures, but I didn't, so oh well. It's still a lot bigger than it was. My red romaines have really taken off. But that scarlet kale was not doing that well. It is not growing well at all. These are, so I think this one is the Nero de Toscana cabbage, and that's the dinosaur kale. But you know what? They look so similar because some of the leaves here on this one are smooth and some are bumpy. And same with that. So I do think they're the same thing. I've got some cucumbers growing in between the radishes over here. I don't think I'm actually going to be harvesting radishes just because it's already getting pretty hot, but they're supposed to help keep cucumber beetles away. And then these wild onions that I planted, they're from the yard. They all put out these little scapes. So that's kind of cool. I wonder if I could pick those off and use them and cook with them. I'll have to research it because I'm not sure what variety of onion it is. I also have some lettuces growing in here. All right, moving along. Check it out, guys. This kohlrabi is ready to harvest. I left one. It was not quite ready when we got here. We got here like a day and a half ago. Wasn't quite ready, and it has actually swelled quite a bit in just a couple days. So I could actually let it get a little bit bigger, and I think I will. But I harvested 3, we ate 1, and it was so good. I've got 2 more in the fridge. I'm gonna probably harvest that at the end of the week. And we've got some cabbages in here. Here's another Nero de Toscana cabbage. I think this cabbage, if any of them are gonna give me a head of cabbage, it's gonna be this one. And then I have a sad dinosaur kale that is not gonna make it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think the rain is done. These are carrots. These are my potatoes. Seem to be doing well. The beans that I planted in here, you can see that's a bean growing up with the potatoes. This is a bean. This one looks like it's about to start trying to climb. So I'm gonna try to train it to climb up. Here's another bean. And this is a tomato trying to grow. Interesting. There's my garlic. It's starting to kind of die a little bit. We've gotten a lot of rain, and I had my irrigation on while I was gone, but maybe it's not getting quite enough water. It's definitely getting enough water the past couple days, though, because it's been raining a lot. These are my Chinese red noodle beans growing on the side of that bed and along with these potatoes. Got a calendula on the end. Rattlesnake beans growing on the right side of this bed. You can see them. That's like a little lighter of a color green. And then on this side it's the Chinese red noodle beans. So that this trellis is all Chinese red noodle beans. Over here are my loofah gourds, or loofah plants. That hopefully will give me loofah gourds. Both sprouted, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, I think I hear the rain starting to come back, so let's pick up the pace. Here we have sunflowers, a zucchini, and some other flowers. I'm not sure if these are also sunflower. I think these are sunflowers. That one, and that one. But those kind of look like them to me too. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure for sure. And these are the biggest sunflowers. I don't know why these are growing better than the other ones, because they're filled with the same kind of dirt. Pretty cool. And these sunflowers are a lot smaller, but we have so far 2 zucchinis in this part of the garden. And that's all. I put a zucchini seed in each of these half circle beds, and so far only 2 have come up. Oh, look at those clouds. Ah! I already showed you the corn, so I'm doing a version of the Three Sisters garden where I'm going to be planting squash and then beans to grow up. You want the corn to grow for like a week or 2 before you plant the beans, I think. So I'll probably sow bean seeds pretty soon. And then the squash. I'm gonna let some patty pan squash grow out on this side, and then pumpkins grow out on that side and like trail out over there over that piece of wood. put, oh, that's Jesse's hand. All right, these are the tomatoes. These are just about ready, I think, to give them the first part of the Florida weave. So you can see some of them experience some sun scald still. Sun scald. Yeah. I see I have some buds on one of those that I need to pinch off because I don't think these plants are big enough to try to set fruit yet. Need to do some weeding for sure. So I planted some black oil sunflower seeds in the middle of this, and only a few of them look like they're really doing anything. They got eaten up when they sprouted. I think I might try to re-sow them. But yeah, they're definitely thriving. I think they're past the transplant shock. A few of them got the sun scald, like I said, but they're all thriving. Okay, so here we go. Let me show you something that happened that is not good. I had one tomato plant right there in the end, and one right there that died. So I'm pretty sure this one is an Abe Lincoln, and the other one that was next to it over here was a red brandywine that I got for free from someone in town. It didn't make it, died from the transplant shock. It dampened off, so it like just totally broke off the face. And something similar happened to the one on the end. Oh my. I did not, how did I not see that? I just saw that for, like, this is the first time I'm seeing that. This is from our privacy fence. Ben made our gate bigger so that we can fit wider things through it. This is a bunch of leftover wood that he's going to be building me some more garden space with. And I did not see that until right now. What the heck? Okay. This is really exciting for me here. I have my first nasturtium growing. Started it from seed. Got some basil growing in here somewhere too. Let me see if I can find it. It just germinated, and the marigolds, obviously. I think this is Malabar spinach or a weed. Could be either. And over here. Guys, I'm not gonna win the fight with the weeds. Okay, here we go. Donde estas los pésalos? Just saw it. It's like purple, so it's hard to see. That's a melon. Don't remember what kind of melon. That's also a melon. Also don't remember what kind of melon. Gosh, where is that dang basil? Maybe it got shriveled up in this. Oh, here it is. Right there. There's more in there somewhere. Here we have some raspberry bushes. So, man, my phone is like going in and out of focusing a lot. I don't mean to be doing that, but it's kind of nice, I think. Look at how many buds are on this raspberry bush. Many, many, many. All right, so story time. These brassicas, we've got 2 broccoli plants, hold on, 2 broccoli plants, and then 2 Brussels sprout plants. These were started at the same time as my kohlrabi, which I guess they're about the same size, so that makes sense. I was not anticipating these doing this well. We'll see. I'm not sure we'll get any Brussels sprouts or broccoli heads, but we'll just have to wait and see. Sad little romaine lettuce, not doing well, but this romaine lettuce, I'm actually about to harvest that. It is huge. Super cool. Volunteer tomato plant. The tomatoes in these rows, I'm pretty sure, are my determinant tomato varieties. I need to look it up though for sure. So they'll either be the Martino's Roma or the Celebrity. And you can kind of tell by the flowers if it's gonna be a Roma or a slicer. Like the buds will be more long, oblong, which I think these look more like oblong. Oh, all the fire ants, they're everywhere. Had some basil coming up over here too. This is the lettuce leaf basil, but it looks like it's getting munched on. I need to dust DE. Alright guys, let me know if you know the answer to this question. Do determinate tomato varieties shoot out like branches like that one is? I'm not sure. Jesse, you got pulling my hair, dude. Otherwise, I mean, they look like they're doing well. I don't know if you want to like pinch the buds off of determinate tomato varieties like you do indeterminate tomato varieties before they get too big. And oh my gosh, so this is a monstrosity. All the tomatoes in here died because I kept this zipped up while it was gone. Oh well. I didn't have room for them anyways. These tomatoes are getting big. I think these are my celebrities. I'm not sure. This one I thought wasn't gonna make it because it had some bad sun scalding. But it's pulling through. They're getting pretty big. They're gonna need to be trellised soon. Some more asters. Oh, what do we have here? I bet you that's a pumpkin. I bet you it is, because this is where the chicken coop used to be. And they let them peck at a pumpkin. And they left most of it. They didn't like it. So we're gonna let that grow. That's amazing. The breeze feels really good. Also, the neighbors behind us are growing corn this year. I'm sure they grew soybeans last year. Not sure that's gonna make a difference for us in any way. It'll just be kind of cool to see. Got basil growing in between the tomato plants too. I'll give you a close up. Oh, how pretty. So beautiful. I gotta go through here in a couple of days, let the buds on them get a little bit bigger and then pinch them off because I don't want to accidentally top the plants. All right, so the only thing that I can tell you different from variety to variety is that the Berry's Crazy Cherry tomato plants grow the leaves way closer together. Yeah. This one's got some flowers on it that need to go. Okay, this is going to be a longer video. Thank you guys for bearing with me. It feels so good to walk through my garden. All right, I've got some plants in the pots back here to show you, and then the front yard. They need to be watered. Look how sad that lettuce looks. Might not make it. So these actually looked pretty good up until I just walked over here. And they were not watered as far as I knew while I was away, because they're not part of the irrigation system, or they're not connected to the irrigation system. So I'll water them, see if they perk up. If not, lesson learned. Planted a zucchini seed in this pot and it never sprouted. So I'm gonna resow it. Carrots are getting bigger and bigger. Parsley's getting bigger and bigger. The kale growing in the pots is not doing as well as the kale growing in the raised beds. Just so you know, if you're interested in growing container gardens with kale, maybe a bigger pot than these. I don't know. These roses are so pretty. The front yard garden has exploded. We have some volunteers, some weeds, and then everything else is doing really well. All right, these are potatoes. I learned my lesson. Do not put potatoes in your compost pile. Yarrow. I don't know what that is. And then over here, weeds, 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 sunflower, weeds, yarrow. Don't know what that is. Some kind of weed. A cajillion roses. The yarrow on this end is not doing as well, but that's okay. Cajillion more roses. Only one of the asters took in this section. There was two here. yarrow, sunflower, yarrow. I think that's a cosmos. Asters, weeds, yarrow. Look at that one. That one's huge. Sunflower and parsley, asters, and then a couple more yarrow. The tulip beds. There is not much growing in them. We've got some tulips that look like they're coming up, but I don't know. I don't know if they're old. So the peas that were growing in that pot died because it did not water them. Good morning, Bubba. All right, a few more things to show and then the garden tour will be over. Until next week. Aloe plant is still alive. And the peppers are recovering from my hack job pruning. And then my extra tomatoes for my friend are doing all right. And that is chamomile. And that is, oh wait, no. I think this, oh yes, this is Roman chamomile. And that one is hyssop. Got those from the farmer's market. Yeah. We're gonna go fishing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a longer one. If you need a friend to learn how to garden with, I'm your girl. Happy gardening.